what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Goon and Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is a preview. That's right. It's a season opener that starts 2 weeks before the actual season. But anyway, we roll. It is Arsenal versus Liverpool. That was our reward for winning the FA Cup. We get to face the best team in England. But hey, we beat them the last time we rolled out. They were on the beach mentally, but we did beat them. You know, you're only as good as your last game, right? And technically, we did beat them, coming back from a 1-0 deficit. This is definitely the latest I've ever done a preview for a game. Apologies for that. I had real intentions of doing it yesterday, as I normally would, but probably around just a little less than 24 hours before a game. I tend to do it. Just things just ran away with me yesterday. Just the day completely got away with me yesterday for the dumbest of reasons. So I think what you guys can do first and foremost to help, because this video is most certainly going to need it, please do slap a like on this video. That's the first thing you can do. So I know to start with, there's 14 of you. As soon as you do that like stuff, I bet it jumps and jumps and jumps. So for everyone that comes in, please do slap a like on the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we're going to get this thing going. All right, let's talk about Arsenal versus Liverpool. Obviously, this is a game in which it is a glorified friendly that's got silverware attached. Notice I say silverware, not a trophy, because strictly speaking, it isn't a trophy. It is a shield, which is on offer. So it always makes it something a little bit more interesting when you have a game, especially with a game as difficult of a team as Liverpool are. You have something attached to it, and it's a trophy attached to it at the end of the day. This game, no doubt, will be a difficult game. Let's just call it what it is. It was a difficult game when we played them, a few weeks ago. And yeah, we did win. We did beat them 2-1, but they were mentally on the beach, and we still only just about beat them. So make no mistake, this will be a difficult game. We will need, I know it's pre-season, but I would suggest everybody on the pitch at least needing to play up to 80 to 90% of their capability. It's with that in mind that when you see the starting lineup, I want you to think about not necessarily what is the best team on paper, but what I think I'll try to have a combination of the people who I think are going to be the fittest to play, and also the people who do have just that raw talent that might actually be able to do something against their damn near world-class team, and most certainly their world-class fullbacks. So keep that in mind as we go through this. And obviously, I'm going to show you my team in a second. From an Arsenal perspective, usually season openers are about seeing what your new signings can do. And unfortunately for Arsenal, the only new signing we have is a 32-year-old who we've seen before, albeit not for us. So it's a bit disappointing, because if you're Chelsea, you can sign 3 players in a week. If you're Arsenal, for some stupid reason, it takes that extra bit longer to close these deals. And we don't even have quarantine as an excuse anymore, because we've just seen Chelsea sign Thiago Silva. And he comes from the same league as Gabriel. So what is the actual problem? Like, what is the problem? It's just typical Arsenal nonsense. But it is what it is. We are where we are. It is highly frustrating. And it'd be highly frustrating watching this game, seeing a potential, because I think Liverpool signed a couple of players, seeing a potential Liverpool new signing, and the only thing we've got to roll out is Willian. Having said that, will Willian add something to the team? I've always maintained I think he's a good player. I would have signed him for Arsenal for various different reasons, but I do think he is a good player. I do think he's going to add something to the team. I do think that subsequently, as a result, I'm expecting him to kick on and play well. Should he come on in this game? Because I'm sure he'll have something to prove. He'll want to start well for his new team, and we would want him to start well. However, spoiler alert, he's not in my starting lineup. Now, it's a bit weird trying to find a full squad for this because they didn't release it for ages yesterday. I didn't notice that. And then today, Football London literally named our full squad. Like, I'll show you what our full squad is. Hold on, let me see if I can pop it up on my phone. No, my luck, I've flipping closed it now. They literally named our full squad to be like, even Mesut Ozil got in there. And I was like, what? What's going on here? Hold on. Let's see if I could get it up. Hella pause. So yeah, do you know what? It's not that important. You know what our flipping squad is. So they damn near named our full squad as people who were available to choose from. When Doozy was in the squad, Mesut Ozil was in the squad. So it kind of was like, is this our actual squad, or are you just naming people that you can remember are part of Arsenal? that's kind of what it felt like. Because Martinez was in there, and I'm fairly certain Martinez either has a small injury or he's quarantined somewhere, or one of the two. He's not available for tomorrow, as far as I was aware. So I don't know where that's all of a sudden come from. Having said that, for me, I'm just going to base this picks on the team that I'm aware are available. And obviously, if it changes or something different, then apologies. But like I say, it was really difficult to come across this information for some weird reason. But I will show you my team. So if you bear with me, without further ado, this is my hopeful 1 to 11 ahead of today. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Share screen. Hold on. Here we go. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that. This is my hopeful 1 to 11. Now, as you can see, there are things that I'm certain people have done that probably wouldn't choose to do. I'm going to explain to you exactly what my thinking is here. All right, so I've obviously gone with 5 at the back, purely on the basis that I don't trust Rob Holding. I don't particularly trust David Luiz, but I do like David Luiz in a 5. So this is why I've gone with this particular shape. Now, it pains me to start Hector Bellerin. Let's just get... In fact, you know what? Let's start even further back. It pains me to start Bernd Leno. Not because he's a particularly bad keeper, but just because I feel like Martinez is better. Martinez should keep his place. Now, yes, I've heard all the rumours from yesterday and the story from The Athletic that supposedly Arsenal have made Martinez available. This, for me, just seems like the new Arsenal tactic. I think when they don't really want to get rid of someone, they try and price them out of a move. Because if you were serious about getting rid of Martinez, I think you'd say to him, all right, cool. But as soon as I get a £15 million bid, you can go. But they said to him 20, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, I like Martinez. I do rate him highly. You guys know this. But he's, to a certain extent, for a buyer, somewhat unproven to spend 20 million on. And I think they know that. Like I heard the other day that Newcastle were like hella shocked by the price of Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, we know Arteta doesn't want to sell Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So is it almost like they've had a compromise and said, listen, all right, fair enough, if we get like a crazy bid for these players, we'll let them go. But the players that I actually want to keep, let's somewhat price them out of a move. So yeah, it feels like this seems to be the new tactic. But in either case, I think for Leno, he's now going to be under pressure because what we've essentially said is, all right, Leno, you are undisputed number 1. We're apparently trying to buy this guy from Brentford, who the last game I saw him play was the playoff final, and I weren't impressed. I weren't impressed at all. So what we're basically saying to that guy is, well, you're good enough to be number 2. You ain't good enough to be number 1. So we're buying you to sit on the bench, just so you know. But no, it's up to you. It's on you now. It's on you now. Because the minute you make a mistake, people are going to be on your ass, and they're going to be on the board. Because for me, this is just an insane decision. Don't get it twisted, people. People are going to sit there, and I even had a couple of people go, well, what do you mean? Of course he's number 1. I'm all about a merit system. That's my understanding of things. And funny enough, that was what Arteta promised us. You know, if you play well, you should keep your place. I don't care if it's my favorite. You should keep your place regardless. Now, someone will say, "Oh, well, Leno was playing all right before he got injured." All right, cool, right? Now, regardless, we're gonna have debates all day about how good his season actually was with some of them clangers he did have, right? Cool. Unfortunate things happen. You had an injury, and someone's in the meantime stepped in to claim your place, and for me, outperformed you. Therefore, you have to wait for that same opportunity to come up, whether it's dip in form or whether it's injury. For me, that's the way I work as a football fan, and the expectation I have as a football fan for any of these players. I don't care if it's a Aubameyang. If you're not playing well, come out of the team. And that's kind of my attitude. So the Leno thing, I'm the only reason he's starting for me is because I assume Martinez is not fit, or there's some sort of situation that is preventing Martinez from playing in this game. So that's the only reason. I've gone with a back 3. For me, I thought Saliba last week was very, very good. I'm not going to start sucking him off the way a lot of people are, but I thought he was very, very good. It was very clean, very tidy. I said what I said. I slightly disagree with people, and it is a disagreement because I did say a few times on Lee's watch along that he's not as. I think he's quick, but I don't think he's got like that natural acceleration. So shall we say? It's difficult to explain what I'm talking about. I think he's got general pace, but I don't think he has acceleration. But that will come. My man's 19. Quite frankly, you don't stop growing and developing until you're 22. So I'm sure he'll be fine. It's just little observations I made. Passing is clearly his strongest attribute. He's got more upper body strength than I expected. That I liked because I was hoping. One thing that I was hoping for from the friendly last week was that MK Dons would test his physical strength, if nothing else. They'll test him physically, and he dealt with that pretty well. This will obviously be the ultimate test. I mean, it's quite a jump that he's making, but I was happy with his contribution, especially when you compare it to his partner at the time, which was Rob Holding. Rob Holding for me was, that guy was terrible. Forget the own goal for a second. I think generally his performance was terrible. I didn't like it at all. The own goals could happen to anyone, but it was the performance that pissed me off. I didn't like it. He looked unfit to me. Just looked off. I'd sell him. I'll be honest. I would sell him. David Luiz, he's not a complete shit show in a 3. That is the only reason he starts this game. Maybe the experience of Saliba as well. It can help him through this game. And then Tierney, because I think Tierney's excellent in this position. He's excellent as a wing back or a left back. Don't get it twisted. But in this position, I think he's really good, like really good. And I think between him and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we need something to deal with Salah. Like, we need someone to deal with Salah. Don't get it twisted. We're going to need someone to deal with Mane as well. But I think Salah is going to be the obvious goal threat here. Drifted in from that left-hand side as he tends to do. So, sorry, from that right-hand side as he tends to do. So I think between Tierney and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, that's why I've gone with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I hate me playing Ainsley Maitland-Niles as a left wing back, but he's very good at the position. He's very good at it. He's got experience in that position, you know. And while we have him, let's make use of him, you know, because we may not have him for much longer, you know. And yes, it's a shame that he's the glorified will fit you in wherever we can fit you in, and it's kind of like a shades of Ox, where his last game that he plays is against Liverpool before Liverpool smack us up, and then he ends up leaving the club. That's literally what Ox did. But does it is it kind of like an eerie symmetry here? But according to Arteta, apparently he's going to play in this game. As he made announced, and I don't think it's going to be right back. I do think it will be this, because who do you play as that left wing back? I wouldn't play Kolasinac in this game. For me, this is the lesser of the two evils. So I've gone with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. On the right hand side, I've gone with Bellerin, not out of any faith. But I actually think, I'm almost tempted to change that to Cedric. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stick with Bellerin. I'm gonna stick with him. I think they're equally shit. I honestly don't know who's better. I think they're equally shit. Oh gosh, I really want to change it to Cedric now. I'll stick with Bellerin. Granit Xhaka, I'm going to start with today. I'm not expecting a particularly good game out of Xhaka. I can't imagine he's that fit. It does take him a little while to get used to the pace of things. But I'd like to have a look at him, see what he's about. And Emil Smith-Rowe. I've got a feeling that he could start today in that position. I've just got a feeling that I think, you know, rather than Torreira, I think, which, don't get me wrong, he absolutely could start Torreira, but I actually think there's a chance that you could start Ainsley Smith-Rowe. My only thing with him is I don't know how good he is defensively. And you need to be good defensively as well as offensively when you do this position. But I would start with Emil Smith-Rowe. You might be able to create something and you know, let's just see. Throw the kid in the deep end. This is a friendly, basically. Just throw the kid in the deep end and see what happens. See what he's made of, you know? I just realised these two are on the wrong damn side. I've gone with Saka on the left-hand side because that's his best position. Thought he did really well last week playing on that right-hand side. I'm glad he's adding strings to his bow, because now that Arsenal bought Willian, he's going to need to add some strings to his bow. I still think my man has a career as a number 10. If we go that way, if we pick a shape that has a number 10, I think he could do it and do it comfortably. Because he can go either way, he can create either way. The only problem with him is that him playing as a number 10 is you lose his crossing ability. And we have such few natural crosses of the ball in our team. It'd be a shame to lose that. But yeah, I think Saka and Tierney work really well. Not that he would see much of Tierney in this particular shape, but I just got a feeling that situation will work well. Him and Aubameyang certainly work well, and I stick Aubameyang up top. I think it's highly unlikely Arteta plays him up top, but I would stick with him up top in this game, where counter-attack could be key. We won't have a lot of the ball. And for the simple reason that we won't have a lot of the ball, why waste Aubameyang on the left-hand side? I think you've got to make use of the few chances you will get against Liverpool, and the counter-attack may be the best way. So I'm going with Aubameyang up top. On the right-hand side, I'm going with Nicolas Pepe. I was very close. In fact, I actually wrote Nelson at first. I wasn't going to go with Willian because I didn't think Willian was fit. And I was very close to going with Nelson because at least Nelson came on in the last game and got some minutes. But I'm going to stick with Pepe. Let's get this kid up to pace as soon as possible. This up-and-coming season is a big season for him. And I'd like to see him get started nice and quickly. I can't see us winning this game. I'll be honest. I think our best chance is to try and take this into 90 minutes. There's no extra time, is there? It's Community Shield. take this into penalties then and take it from there. We've got some decent penalty takers in the team with Pepe, Aubameyang, Lacazette on the bench, I would imagine. So I say take it into penalties, try and win it from there. I just can't see us winning it outright. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Leave it in the chat room. I see you guys are active. I see you guys have now jumped up in here. Stick a like. I hope you guys, all 106 of you, have stuck a like on this video. Helps shit get noticed. And, you know, just one final thing. Obviously, don't know if, I imagine all of you guys now know. But obviously, I woke up today. I say I woke up today. It was before I went to bed. I went to bed quite late yesterday, about 3 a.m. And I saw the breaking news of Chadwick, Black Panther himself, passing away at the age of 43. So sad, man. So sad. Life is so precious. And, you know, I just wanted to say RIP to Chadwick Boseman. And, you know, I'm personally hoping for an Arsenal winner and one of these Wakanda Forevers. Let's do it for Black Panther today. It'd be nice to win the game apart from anything. So yeah, that one got me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a bit like, rah, really? 2020, man. It's been a shitty year. It has been a shitty year. Oh man. Anyway, let me come into the chat room and see what you lot are saying. Let me come out of this first. See what you lot are saying. And then yeah, no one knew he was sick, Marbles. No one. If anything, it's a testament to him that he was able to produce Black Panther, produce Endgame, produce Infinity War, and my man was battling cancer during that time. Crazy. Absolutely mad. What do you guys think of the game? So predictions, guys. Am I on point on my prediction? You guys let me know. I know, and fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer to hell. Shit. I'm with you on that one. Uber will score today, 100%. I'm hoping so, Max. I'm hoping so, brother. I'm hoping so. Chig, do you like inverted wingers? The problem is Pep as Saka on the right can't cross the ball with their right foot. That's why I put Saka at least on the left-hand side. Because you're right, to be fair. And actually, Pepe played on the left one time and it didn't work. He didn't know what to do. 2-1 Liverpool, but I hope I'm wrong. Okay. Omar, typically as positive as ever. 3-1 Liverpool from Emmanuel. Rick is going positive. He's going 2-0 Arsenal. Let's do this. Ben says we'll get slapped up 3-1. Rich says it'll be 2-2 and we'll win on pens. I'll take that. A win's a win's a win. 8-2 Arsenal. I would love us to slap anybody 8-2. I'm sick of it being done to us. 3-0 Arsenal. Not that we lose 8-2 all the time, just that we get slapped up a lot, just to clarify. 2-1 Arsenal from the Leeds fan. I hope you're well, brother. I hope you're well. 5-4 Arsenal. I'll take that. I'll take that. A bit worried about the defense, but I'll take that. Chig, I could see Eddie starting up front. Oh, don't get it twisted, Ben. My teams, as you know, are never the teams that I think that Arteta will play. They're always the teams that I would go with. But if I had to do the team that Arteta would play, I would suggest Leno. I think he'll probably go 5 at the back. Bellerin, I think, right wing back. I think he'll go Saliba, David Luiz. Maybe I could see my 5 I could see my 5 being his 5 for sure. I don't think he rates Kolasinac, so I could see my 5 being his 5. Maybe Granit Xhaka. He might go Torreira, maybe. I think Saka on the right, he'll play. Aubameyang on the left, and Eddie up top. That's the team I think he'll go with. Lord El Nene might start. Hey, El Nene played well against MK Dons. I did say to Lee, he's played so well, played too well. I don't like it. He goes, what do you mean? I said, because this is the sort of shit that leads to do contracts with Mikel Arteta. Don't like it. What do you think is happening in Wisconsin and the NBA boycott? It'll be interesting to see who blinks first in that situation, Jeremiah. That's for damn sure. I'm very curious. I don't see us winning 1-1, whatever happens on Penn. Sam Greenwood is useless. Arsenal drag out of Camp Nou after bidding. I literally just saw a meme about this on Insta. The exact same thing. People literally getting kicked out of a stadium. And the meme basically said Arsenal after bidding 8 million for Lionel Messi. I predict El Nene to score a banger and giving us him a 4-year contract. Oh gosh, God forbid. God forbid. Whether we win or not, it doesn't matter to me. I want us to use this as to a certain extent, I agree with you, yes. I think this game is preparation for Fulham. It shouldn't, but winning is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. So I care whether we win or not. But I won't be too disheartened if we lose. If we get smacked up, then I'd get worried, yes. But if we lose, it's not a big deal. I'm with you. Well said, Ryan. Well said. El Nene to score a hat trick. You lot I'm not even reading your negative shit, man. I ain't reading this El Nene to do well and to be awarded a new contract shit. I ain't even putting it in the atmosphere. Stop that. We need to start the season in a positive note. For me, it's important to build the game on momentum going forward into the new season. Yes, I agree. Winning is very important. Do you want Messi to join them? I definitely don't want him. I don't want him anything. I don't want him to have anything to do with Man City. I know that people think Messi is leaving Barca. I still don't believe it. I think Fabrizio, on the odd occasion, as brilliant as his interview was with Lee, gets a couple of things wrong. He did say, for example, that Gabriel be announced before the end of the week. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. I don't know what is going on. Arsenal, it's the worst team. It's the worst team if you have some kind of heart condition or some kind of anxiety condition. They will drive you up the wall. Just announce the blood clot deal. What's the problem? Oh, gosh. Honestly, even I'm getting annoyed. And normally I have patience for this type of thing. But when you see Chelsea literally signing 3 players before you've announced that one that's been protracted for the same amount of time, it's frustrating. It is, of course, it's frustrating. I know Chelsea have more money, but shit, I thought shit was agreed. What's the problem? Aubameyang is waiting for Barca's call. I think so too. I'm starting to think that he is deliberately stalling because he just wants to wait to see if Barca come in for him. It'll be interesting to see what sort of squad and lineup Arteta picks more or less our home lineup for the season. Can't see many signings happening. I also think a lot of it has to do with what how we perform today. Because if we get smacked up, there'll be demand for Arsenal to spend money. If we lose comfortably, I think there'll be like a 3-1 loss. I think there'll be a demand for Arsenal to spend money as well. Every man is Tongi that Willian was done. Arsenal took 3 weeks to announce it. It's incredible. It is incredible how we go about things sometimes. Yeah, very frustrated. Why the hell would he want to go to Barca in their current climate when he could be adored here? Because at the end of the day, they're playing in the Champions League. They're still challenging for a league in spite of all their problems. Even a Barcelona rebuild is still level above where we are. That is just the facts of the matter. Because at the end of the day, everyone's laughing at Barcelona, but last time I checked, they finished second in the league. They got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They are still levels above what we're doing. It is a much bigger team than us. Even a Barcelona rebuild, they're not going to fall apart overnight. And like I said, I still don't think Messi's leaving. I think this is posturing and posturing and posturing. Maybe they come to some sort of agreement where maybe the president bounces, and then miraculously Messi will stay when he realizes his move is not possible. It's just not financially possible. People will realize that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's my nice early prediction. Chig, do you think that we'll be able to buy any other players after Gabriel? With the amount of players to sell, we have left it too late, I think. It's a good question. Ozzy, to be honest with you, you're right, because I feel like we've left so much to do. We've sacked half the people that could probably do it. So you're right. I think either way, I can't see this transfer window being better than a C. I think this will be a C transfer window at best. I know what your next questions are going to be now. What does it have to be for it to be a C, Chick? I might as well answer that straight off the bat before I start to get up out of here, because I need to go for a quick walk and then I need to prepare for our watch along. For me, a C transfer window would be to buy Partey. Let's humor you guys for a second. Buy Aouar. Buy Diawara. Obviously, in a swap with Lucas Torreira. Keep Xhaka, keep Mustafi, sell Socrates, keep Bellerin, sell Ainsley Maitland-Niles, keep Kolasinac, keep Lacazette. That would be a C to me. Because you've still not addressed the deadwood, really. You've kept a lot of the deadwood. You've sold some of it. You've kept some of it. You've sold one of our better players. Oh, sell Martinez, bring in the Brentford keeper. And I think you've weakened us there immediately. So it would have to be a C for me. But maybe that's the best we can hope for. All right. Couple more questions and I'm out of here. Couple more questions. Like Rich says, get the likes up. Am I even on 100 likes yet, guys? I'm gonna check in a minute. I'll be disappointed if I'm not. Aouar has corona, maybe off. He does have corona. I don't think it'll be off because of it, but unfortunately for him, he's under. Very, very sorry for him for that. I did hear that news yesterday. Hopefully he'll be fine. And yeah, shake it off a couple of weeks, get retested, and it should hopefully be fine. So yeah, I would say if it's going to happen, I think a deal like that, if it's going to happen, will happen late anyway. I also think Partey will probably happen quite late as well. By all intents and purposes, apparently Atletico Madrid have bidded now for Roca from Espanyol. It's just a case of that going through now. I found his agent's comments quite interesting about the fact that he basically said that the only way Partey leaves Atletico is if Atletico decide they don't need him, which I thought was quite clever actually, because I think they are anticipating that our Partey might not be needed, and maybe they've put that out almost as a really good PR spin for should Partey leave, then Partey can point to that excuse. I thought it was very clever. I know people saw it and thought, oh, see, it's over, it's over, it's over. I mean, the likelihood of it is still slim. It is. I can't gas you guys. I think it is still slim, but I still don't think it's impossible. But it's definitely slim. I did tell you guys that in spite of the fact that they're saying that they won't withdraw bid, it wouldn't surprise me if they come back in. I still think that's where we are. So let's see what happens. Ceballos is now looking unlikely. He looks like he's going to Real Betis. That will probably change next week, because that just seems to be the way Ceballos is playing everybody, or at least his agent is playing everybody. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Chig, we're waiting on selling players to fund Gabriel. Maybe that's the holdup. Think about it. It's Arsenal. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But then what a foolhardy thing to do, that you've wasted this guy's time, wasted the club's time by agreeing to something that they couldn't afford to do. But again, like you say, seems to be the Arsenal way of doing stuff. You're right. I think that's a reasonable guess. Reasonable guess. Chig, the saddest thing is that it isn't even our worst transfer window ever. Yep, that was the year that I gave up on Wenger. It was the year I tapped out on Wenger. The year that he only got Petr Cech in. I was like, you're kidding me, right? Hit them likes, guys. Hit them likes. Drive them likes. 190 people watching now, which is amazing. But I'm about to go into the chat and see how much that looks like in actual likes. Let me just see. Let me have a little check on you guys. Hold on. In actual 84. What go on, guys? Drive that through. At least let's drive that through 100 while I'm live on air. 84. What's going on? Come on, guys. For Wakanda, let's go. Let's drive that through the 100 mark. I would appreciate it. That's for damn sure. Chip, Arsenal are going to win. Please give me the what? Give you that. Just read your comment through YouTube. Rich, tell him, brother. Tell him. My whole predictions, I did give him a second ago. My whole prediction is that I think we go into penalties 1-1, Arsenal win in extra time. But I think that it's the best case scenario. So I'm pulling for that. 94 likes. Do I have 6 more? Through 175 people, could we manage 6 more likes? That would be fantastic. We got 5 more. Drive up there and likes. Why is Willian not in the lineup? He's not in my lineup because I don't think he's fit. I think he was carrying a niggling injury in the when did we play Liverpool? Was it the semis? So no, it wasn't semis. It was whenever we played them, man. So yeah, 104 likes, legends. You see, That's how you roll. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. And if you're watching this in the playback, continue driving those likes through. See if we can get into 200, 300. All right. I'm going to head up out of here. Please do remember, I will be doing a watch along with Lee. And then, you know how me and Lee do. I'll be back on this channel with Lee. Thank you, brother. I'll be doing this. I'll be doing back on here with Lee later on this evening as we go through some sorry, I'm trying to suppress a burp. As we go through some likes. As we go through the players, we'll do some player ratings for you guys. All right. That'll be straight after the game. Chiggles Tave, you get 125 likes. I will, but you got like 30 seconds to do it. So yeah. So make sure you do that. Also, over the next 48 hours, I will be going to see the film Tenet. It'll be the first time I've gone to the cinema since lockdown. So I'm a little nervous, but let's see what happens. I've got to see that film, so I'm going to brave it. Once I see it, the same day I will be doing a review of that film on Chigflix. So make sure if you haven't subscribed to Chigflix, you go over there and hit that subscribe button. For the members, I've got loads of stuff coming for you. I've recorded a bunch of stuff yesterday and Thursday. So if you randomly see stuff drop, just go with it. Cooking with Chig will be back on Bank Holiday Monday as well. You may get a 2-part special with that one. So keep an eye out, you gold members. And gym vlogs will start the middle of next week now. We're supposed to start this weekend, but apparently my gym's doing some weird booking system thing. Basically, I can't get in this weekend, so I have to go next week. So next week, gym vlogs will start. You guys have been looking forward to that, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. My next member stream, I might try and do it when I'm not going to be disturbed. So I'm hoping next Wednesday. I've put it this way, I've got a whole week off work, but I've got a couple of things I need to do. So I might do it Wednesday. I'll make an announcement because I don't want to make a promise and let you guys down. I'll make an announcement. I'll put it in the community post. And yeah, I think those are all the announcements. So, all right, we're good to go. All right, then. I'll leave you guys to it. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Deuces.